everyone, this is Andrea with Andrea's Reborn Nest, and I'm in the middle of changing Mason into one of the outfits that I received or that I opened yesterday from one of my friends on Instagram. So as you can tell, no, I have not changed my mind on the disposable diaper situation. I just, for Mason, when he's wearing a belly plate, I do like to put him in these smaller diapers so that the belly button is exposed. So I do that for him only. So no, I have not changed my mind on disposable diapers. I still think they're not great, and I don't buy them. These are just diapers that have been sent to me in box openings. So the reason I wanted to pop on here very quickly is like the title suggests, it's about flip-flopping, and what is flip-flopping and what is being on someone's side versus another. Okay, this is, I need to come clean myself, because I also put my foot in my mouth once in a while, and I will apologize for that, and I will set the record straight. So this is, if everyone, everyone by now should know the situation that happened between me and Ines and the whole gang. So because it happened because of the way it happened, I never really had the opportunity to really meet anyone on here properly on my own terms, without either looking at them, either they are for me or against me in regards to this whole thing with Ines. So that opportunity was taken away from me, clearly, and that's really unfortunate. So basically I had to make up my mind on people solely looking at, are they looking at my side of the story, or are they just blindly following other people that they don't really know. So now I don't know what I'm doing here. Hello. All right, let's see here. Should be out. Here we go. All right, so so this is what happened. Everybody knows I'm friends with Emily from M's Gems. The reason I'm friends with her is because she jumped and was on my side from day one, and supported me. There were other people that did the same immediately, and there were some also that stayed back and just let the whole thing unfold for a couple of months, and also some that they were on the opposite side, and then once they educated themselves on my side of the story, jumped ship. And that's really how it should be in a democracy. And what I expect, how I expect people to be, and that's how I really expected me to be. Well, yesterday I did made a little snafu, actually. Okay, so this is what happened. So everybody knows I am friends with Emily, and Emily had a live yesterday where she talked about Jodi, and now I can't remember what her channel name is. Wonderful Place, I think it's called. And I really don't know this woman, Jodi. Well, I don't really know her at all, really. I know that she subscribed to my channel, and I subscribed to hers, and I don't know exactly how long ago that was. I'm not, I have a life. I don't make YouTube my priority, to tell you the truth. I play with my babies because I like them, and I have a YouTube channel because of them. But I don't, this is not the focus of my life. So anyway, I guess from what I understand, these two had a friendship that stemmed from out of YouTube. And for some reason, at one point or another, it went sour, and those two are just now feuding. So the thing that I did wrong and that I expect other people not to do, because that's what happened to me, is I looked at Jodi's page and saw that she had 260, 265 or whatever views, subs. And I basically said to Emily, why are you even worrying about that? She doesn't have a lot of subs, so it's not like this is going to go viral anywhere. So don't worry about it. Don't, just live your life and move on from this already. And she knows that because I put it on her life. Where I went wrong is, and I have not talked to Emily about this, by the way, because I don't run my decisions by other people. It doesn't matter if they're friends of mine or not. I need to be my own person, and my friends will understand that. And I will never expect other people to run anything that they believe by me, because that's not the kind of friend I am. I don't know which way this hair went. See, that's what you get when you are new in the hobby. You're learning so much about hair still. So I put that on her site, and then last night I had a little bit of time before I picked up my husband, and I said, well, let's check out this Jodi, because I really need to know what she's all about. And I came across this live that she did maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and in this live she was talking about other people. I don't want to rehash the whole thing. It's not really my place, but she was talking about flip-floppers, and people need to pick a side, like what side they're on. And I found her really actually pretty charming. If I would have never known anything about her other than what I heard from Emily, I would have no problem, and I still am subscribing to the woman. I make up my own mind, and everybody knows that. And so the thing I want to apologize for here is for going after a channel because they have fewer subscribers or few subscribers. That's not right. I was in that position only 4 months ago, and I would not appreciate that. So that's completely no bueno. So for that, Jodi, I apologize. That's completely not my style. That was just me basically being like the lion mama defending her cub. And was that right? No. And I need to apologize for that because that's not my style. So I hope you accept my apology. That being said, Emily will, unless she, I find something out down the road, which I doubt, is my friend, will be my friend. She's been on my side, and I really like her. I really like her, her persona. She doesn't, she's very clean cut. She doesn't swear. She doesn't, when she feels cornered, she's gonna lash out just like anybody would. And nobody can fault her for that. And I kind of felt like I had to protect her yesterday. So for anybody new in the community, please make sure you listen and you watch both sides of the story. There are so many stories, behind the scenes stories, that none of us really know, the new people. And I'm really a new person still. And I really personally don't want to be dragged into anybody's drama, really. And I'm calling it drama when two people have been friends, through YouTube, but then, shared private information via email or called on the phone, and then the friendship kind of sours, and then they bring that stuff into the YouTube community. That will never be me. That is not my thing. I will never bring up other people's personal things that they discuss with me on my channel ever. I have a really big problem with that. So, and if you have a problem with anybody, that should be your problem to handle and not for the whole community, unless there's a person in the community that felt the same way or has been treated the same way, then yes. The only time I make an exception to this, if there's money involved or somebody's private information is being used, then that becomes a safety issue and a issue of, not being honest and keeping money that's not really yours, and a smear campaign basically. And that's really where what really happened to me. That's very different than hearsay, and you were friends with me then, and now I'm not. Now I'm friends with this person, and and if you're friends with that person, you can't be friends with me. That's ridiculous. I'm not playing that game. I don't have time. That's not my style. I'm friends with whoever wants to be friends with me, as long as they treat me well, respectfully. I'm respectful of my channel. I'm respectful of my friends. Respectful doesn't mean you have to call anybody, crawl after anybody. Just be respectful. If you don't like them, don't watch them. Bottom line. If you don't agree with their opinion, don't watch them. It's very simple. There's so many channels out there. And there's always an opportunity to grow and to evolve and to change your mind, especially if you're new and you have been on a site where you're like, oh my God, I went completely the wrong way, and now that I know what's going on, I need to reverse course. And that's, I'm going to give Jodi the benefit that I would give anybody, on YouTube. And it cannot be, I cannot let that, her influence with, her relationship with anybody else influence my decision, because I really, to be quite honest, don't know what happened. I don't know what happened between the two women. I don't know what happened with most of them behind the scenes. I really like to keep it that way, because that's between the two of them, and that's really none of my business. So with that, I'd like to apologize to Jodi. And flip-flopping to me is if you know both sides of the story, have been there from day one, have seen evidence of both sides of the story, and then you go on one channel and support that person's idea and belief and value system, and then you go on the opposite channel and believe their ideas and their beliefs and their value system. That doesn't work. That's what I call flip-flopping. But if you don't know both sides of the story, it's better to just be quiet. And that's what I should have done. Just be quiet. So for that, I need to apologize, because I can't be a hypocrite. I'm sorry. I need to, I put my foot in my mouth too. I'm not perfect. But the one thing that I am is honest. I'm honest, and I will always apologize if I hurt somebody that does not deserve to be hurt. And I know Emily will not have a problem with me discussing this, because that's not the type of person she is either. Not that I have seen, so that's all I can go by, is what I personally have witnessed and experienced, my personal relationship with her, my personal, interaction with her, and that's all I can go by. And that's what anybody on here should be going by, is how these people treat you. And then if you see something that is completely out of line that they have done to other people, completely against your value system, then you can speak up and say, I saw this, and this, and I don't think what you did there is right. And you can call them on the carpet, but then don't flip-flop. That's when flip-flopping happens. He's got such pretty hair. God, I tell you, it's my little Ivy is still sitting there too, and I have, I think, 1 or 2 more sculpts coming, and I really can't get rid of any of them right now. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand how people can do it. I know that's another story. I just can't. I have such a hard time getting rid of any of them, selling them or giving them a new home or whatever you want to call it. This is just my nursery, and this is how I love them. Oh, speaking of nursery, so my husband and my daughter, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but for my birthday, funded me a nursery. So I ordered it online, and it should be here within the next week or two. And part of my office, I'm going to be making a nursery, and I will let you guys in on you know, how this is all going to come together. My God, he's got such amazing hands. This boy is just fabulous. I don't know if you can see it. Look at him. Look at his hands. I mean, how can you not love these babies? How? It's like, I mean, there must be something seriously wrong. It's like, I love them. I love them all. All for different reasons. There we go. But, and right now, this week, I love him the most. So it's like every week, whoever I interact with, that's the baby I love the most that week. And I think that's fine. So anyway, so I just wanted to clear this up for anyone watching. Please don't feel bad ever to apologize or to walk back a view that you had. You know, we are all evolving as human beings, and especially when you're new to this community and you had the welcoming parade that I had, it is pretty difficult to get a clear look of all the behind the scenes that have been going on way before I was here. So the only thing I can go by is what I have experienced, how people have treated me throughout this whole thing, and the people that have evolved throughout this whole thing. And, you know, and that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. You know, we all evolve. You know, I remember Barack Obama being completely against gay rights when he first became president, and then you know, like in the second term or at the end of his first, I can't remember, he was completely for it, and he made gay marriage legal. Is it a flip-flop? No, it's not a flip-flop. He evolved. He educated himself on the subject. He read books. He talked to people, and he evolved. And I think when that happens, I think that's good for humankind. Because if we were all still thinking like we did in the 1900s, we would not be making it in today's society. So don't be afraid to, you know, to say I'm sorry. People will always, I will for one, appreciate, you know, somebody saying, you know what, I didn't look at the whole picture. I was wrong. I didn't look at the whole, you know, the whole concept of why this thing happened, or I put my foot in my mouth. I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm a very forgiving person. I have no problem with that. So let that be a lesson. Even grandma here can apologize. So have a happy Saturday, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.